Beautiful souls, welcome. I hope you guys are having an amazing week. What a joy it is to be here. Let me just adjust our camera here. All right. Let's get it set up here so I could see you guys. It's so great to see you. I've missed you guys. Thank you so much, Kitty Hawks. Thank you, Sergey. Mario M, so great to see you. Welcome. Welcome those who are on the Zoom. It's so great to see you guys. Sarah Joe, Kevin, Parkinson, Ursula, Elaine, Nori. Nori, great to see you. Lavinia, great to see you. Sarah. All right, guys. And Nicholas, great to see you. Love, love, love. Welcome. All right, beautiful souls. Let me set up the chat here. All right, beautiful souls. I hope you guys have had an incredible week. It is so wonderful to be here with you. What a week, what a week, what energies that we have. There's so much happening in the world, and there's so much happening internally. There's so much that we need to focus on at this time to change how we are actually coming into things. And there's a lot of movement in the higher realms that we need to pay attention to more than anything. So we'll talk about all of that and what we need to do, because right now there is so much coming in. Just a few little notices. We're going to be talking about the 3 AI Atlas craft that is passing by our solar system this week. So please do join me for that. I did post it on social media on Portal to Ascension with Neil and a panel of amazing channels and connected souls that are actually channeling information as well. And I will be sharing also what I am channeling on that, what I am seeing on that. So yeah, we'll dive into that. So anyway, let's get started. Let's dive deep. I want to start first with a meditation. I want to clear our space energetically. And I just want to remind you guys that the foundational tools that we need to utilize at this time are all for the grounding of yourself. Now, because of these massive waves of energy, transformative energies that are happening in the universe, one of the elements that we want to work on is to really be in the body. Because what is happening a lot, and this is a theme that has come up a lot this week, is how to deal with very strong emotions that come up, that are stirring at the core of us, deep fears, deep insecurities, deep internal doubts that are holding on to our life force in a way that block our ability to co-create. And right now, more than ever, it's a time for co-creation. It's a time for creation. So we want to talk about the elements of creation. What does it mean to create? What does it mean to manifest in this world? There are so many ripple effects that we are interconnected to in this universe. It's not just that we are, disconnected, or it's just for our own life and our own life experience. What we are creating is, it's a universal ripple effect, because every one of you is an entire universe. And the more you begin to integrate that, the more you begin to understand that and what that really means, the more your relationship with what you're doing will change, because your perception changes about the value of your work. Your perception changes about what you're doing here, why you're doing what you're doing. And you wake up from that dream state that you were in. So I guess in these times of change, these next couple of years are preparation, integration, and deep work. Anytime that we split from ourselves, split from the body, split from our core values and what are we here, what we're actually here to do, that's when things are going to get challenging and confusing and take us away from those core values and our greater expression. Okay, so that's kind of what we want to focus on. And I guess as we finish up this year, we're in September, going into October, November, and December, and that's it, then the end of the year. So there are 3 more powerful months of this year, and October will be a very, very deeply grounding and revisiting, what are your core values? Why are you doing what you're doing? What is the direction that you're taking, and what is your participation in the world? How are your life experiences, molding you into who you want to become? And, again, when I talk about becoming, we are becoming all and nothing simultaneously. So really, it's a request to peel the layers of the parts that want to identify with someone or something, or to see yourself as a limited aspect of yourself. Rather, we are training to expand our perception. And I think that's really the preparation that I'm talking about here. What do we need to do to expand our perception more and more and more as we move forward in these next couple months, ending the year, and as we enter into the next year, we're going to be seeing some major transformations globally. So things are going to be moving fast. A lot of the comfort zones that we once had are going to be changing, and it's very necessary for us, because as these things are changing, what's going to come into play is the true purpose of humanity. Humanity as light. We are light. We are not this physical flesh. We're not just the physical body in these lives that we have. We are pure light that is moving through an energy system, a very powerful regenerative system on this planet. And if you're either the stagnation, or you're either the regeneration of life force on this planet. And the invitation is really that you come into alignment with your role, and to really understand what you are doing. A lot of people have a very strong misconception about becoming light. And it's not in the realm of fantasy, it's not in the realm of imagination, it is in the realm of embodying. And I think it really comes down to understanding the qualities and the nature of light. Light is something that you cannot contain, it's something that you cannot control, constrict. Light is something that is an expansive, radiating system of energy. And it basically moves with form. Okay, kind of like how water is kind of moving through things and taking on the form of the things that are around us. We are that, and we are becoming more that. I was just having a vision this morning in my meditation of how we change form. The human body, the human life experience is so beautiful, because we literally are pure energy that becomes water. When we're baby, we're mostly water. Our human bodies are mostly water. We're very soft energy systems, very beautiful transition system from light into water, and then gently solidifying more as we grow up, as we move out of that little baby phase where everything is soft. Even the bones are soft, they're malleable, changeable, until we become more crystalline, right? That begins to solidify into a crystal, into our bone structure, our light structure in the body. And so as we live our lives, this physical energy structure, as light is gently moving and changing, and everything around it, every sound, every frequency, every light that is around us is affecting this energy system. Okay, and we are affecting the external around us. We are creating and projecting the external around us. So going into your older age, as you become more crystalline, and then you die, you become again this sand, you become ash, and you are then recycling back into this system. Okay, so take that kind of as a invitation to look at this very temporary human life, and to come in with full power of being a light rather than this physical matter. The idea to be a materialist, or that we are simply just matter, it's such a very limited perception. And that perception of everything, that everything is matter and limited and dying and ending, it really blocks you from tapping into higher bands of frequency, higher bands of potential, shifting your perception to something more expansive. And so we are kind of breaking away. And this is very much the masculine, the suppression of the feminine, which is this fluid energy of creation, right? The feminine juices of creation. And the masculine is more this action, this material. So we're really learning how to change from this suppression of the feminine into the nourishing of the feminine, which is now coming back into play into our world. Because the feminine is the intuition, the feminine is the ability to work with the ethereal and to give it form, give it some meaning, give it some intention. That's really the key word. You, as the creator, your intention is what creates. Your intention behind what you do, the intention behind what you are feeding life into. This is where you channel your intention, your energy into the creation of things. So because this universe is essentially run by the laws, the basic universal laws, resonance, one being one of the most important laws that we have to keep remembering, that your energy and your frequency is going to attract like experiences, like situations, challenges for the growth. And you are an ever-present infinite source of potential, having so many different human experiences to help you break away from the limitations that are recorded in your DNA. Okay, so in addition to being this beautiful system of light that goes through the phases of water into this crystalline energy system, everything is recorded and kept in your DNA, and your DNA being the core blueprint of all that you are. So we can rewrite, we can change, we can shift, we can edit that information, because the DNA is essentially what attaches to the soul. Okay, the DNA is keeping the record in the physical world, in this seemingly 3D world, keeping record of all things that your soul is experiencing multidimensionally. Everything that you experience multidimensionally is being memorized. It's through bioelectrical charges that memory is embedded into the DNA. So anytime that our energy system is blocked or dying or stagnant, it plays a role. It plays a role in the information and in the way that you're storing genetic data in your DNA. Okay, and so there's a lot of things that destroy DNA. One of the fastest way to disrupt your energy system is your emotional body. Okay, so anytime that you are stressing the emotional body in a constant state of strong emotions that are not processed, you are blocking life force. Your bioelectricity lessens. Okay, the bioelectricity lessens. And so the creative charge that your body has to produce intentional creation lessens. And so people going through these cycles of lack and fear, stagnation, blocked. We have no ability to connect to our intuition. We don't trust ourselves. We feel lost, disconnected, alone. All of that is the disconnect from the conductivity that is available through your body. So how do you create conductivity? Is the reconnection to the fountain, the infinite source that you are. But the majority of us, we are closing off our system, right? So we become this inverted triangle. Our energy system becomes a system of centrifugal depletion of life force. Okay, so what we need to do, gather that energy, bring that energy back. And this is important for those of you that are healing. A lot of people that are going through health issues, health blockages in their life, pain in the body, constant pain in the body, constant, emotional stagnations, unprocessed emotions. This is really the time to work with that. And the reason why I'm talking about this, because we're talking about entering this next coming year. What's happening right now in this year energetically, in this last year of this period 8, 8 representing karmic cycles, was last year. This year, period 9 is endings. Okay, so last year we got a really good, clear understanding of what are those repetitive karmic lessons that we're repeating. This year, period 9, it's the end of them. It's the end of them, consciously and also unconsciously. So if you're unconscious, you will be waken up, because when we talk about unprocessed blockages and emotions, we're talking about energy. And because we are entering into a higher octave, if your energy is stagnant when you enter into this higher octave, it's going to be really difficult for life force to move through, number one. And those difficulties are expressed with sickness, emotional stress, stagnation, disconnection, feeling depressed, lost, things like this. Okay, so it's going to become harder in that way, stronger. You're going to feel it more. You're going to feel it in a very deep way. It's going to be affecting your reality in a deeper way. And the invitation is that you liberate yourself from the blocked aspects of your subconscious mind, limiting belief systems, energy patterns that are blocked, so that you can flow in harmony with this new ascension system of energy that is expanding for us, through us. Okay. So as we learn how to become more bioelectrical conductive beings, organisms of co-creation with clear intention, the next thing we want to be clear of is that your intentions of your creation are in harmony with your core values. And if your core values are not grounded and rooted in the laws of the universe, you will keep hitting blocks. The laws of the universe is basically the movement of life force in its core form. And that's what you are. You are core universal energy. You are pure infinite potential. You see yourself as a human right now, but you are pure infinite potential. So the more that you come into harmony with these more expansive models of creative life force, the easier your human organism is going to adapt to the changes. And we change from this analytical, logical, survival mind, the one that wants to hold on to the past, the one that wants to attach, the one that's afraid of change, the one that's afraid of movement and flow and being in flow. We're changing that. We're letting go. We're shedding those little smaller selves. Okay? So expanding, coming into expansive life force, it's a growing pain in a way that we are learning. And the reason why is because we have many generations encoded in your ancestral DNA of many generations of ancestral suppression. And that's a really big theme that came up this week in some very powerful sessions this week, especially the hypnotherapies that are coming through have been so incredibly clear. And there's a certain common universal message throughout all of them that, we are really being pushed through this old ancestral energy that we're cleaning up in the world. And the more that we see it in the world in these wars, okay, the wars that are happening in the world, that ancient wars, ancient energy, the same kind of repetition of ideas and concepts, something has to happen to break away from these limiting belief systems. Just the entire premise, the core concept of power, control, ownership, this is changing. And so the maturing of the human race now, as we come into a higher octave of understanding, is really important at this time. So my invitation to you this week is to really take a look at your perceptions, okay? And I really want you to look down simply at the things that trigger you on a daily basis. That's where you're going to find your gold. Your gold is in the triggers. Wherever you find a trigger, wherever you find something that just, really gets you out of your harmonic balance, that is the invitation to take a look at so that you begin to understand how to free yourself from that. And if we continue to attach to those things, we become slaves of these concepts, these perceptions. Okay. So right now we are working pretty heavily in reminding and re-educating ourselves as beings of light rather than this illusion that we are matter. So this is essentially one of the most important things. And I guess this whole coming of this 3 AI Atlas, for example, and so many things that are happening in this world are going to change the paradigm. They're going to change our paradigm, okay? Because right now, for the majority of humanity, we're still in this paradigm of victimization, helplessness, can't control, can't change, can't do things, can't create. So this is the thing. We really must change our perception of how to create, because a lot of people are stuck in the mentality of lack and the mentality of limitation. And gently the universe will start clearing those old programs out of the human race. And it's going to do so by changing the way systems are set up. Okay, so right now the world is survival model, right? You have to pay bills, you have to work every day, you have to strive and struggle to make ends meet, to feed yourself, to feed your family, to have light in your home. We're kind of moving out of a very primitive era of the human race. And this era both has been slowed down for many reasons because of greed and power in this earth, but also it's relative to the frequencies, to the collective frequencies that this entire universe is exploring at this time. And so that's another thing to remember. Nothing is really out of place. Everything is actually exactly where it needs to be. And the more you broaden your perspective to see the bigger picture, the more you realize, okay, how things are actually working, how things are actually, we are way more expanded than this limiting understanding. Okay, so let's get into the meditation. And then I'm going to jump into a little bit more about this stuff, okay? I want to share with you how to clean your energy body, because as we're moving through these heavy energies in October, I really would love to invite you to clean your energy system. A lot of people have we've been working together for such a long time, you and I, but still we are not really understanding how to move these blockages from the energy body. So I just want to remind you again how that system works, because this is the foundation of opening this toroidal energy system in the body. Let's take a look at that together. I'm going to open up this PowerPoint and share with you. Okay. So remember, your energy system is this toroidal field system, okay? Now, your energy system is constantly expanding and contracting all the time. Just like how you breathe, how you inhale and how you exhale. With every inhale, you're bringing life force into the body. With every exhale, you're releasing energy from your body. So, what you want to do on a daily basis is get into the habit of intentional breathing. This is the quickest way. And all the ancient practices, all the practices that have been taught in the ancient mystery schools teach one thing primarily: how to train you to come into alpha state. Okay. So what is alpha state? Let's remind ourselves what is alpha state. In alpha state, we are connecting to a state of relaxation, grounded reconnection, visualization, and creation. Okay, so that's where your creativity is. Now, we are not going to be creating from karmic cycles of unconscious repetition. We are creating from conscious, intentional creation. So this is where we get to the next part. The control of coming into alpha state is the control of your nervous system. It is the control of your solar plexus, which is the center of your empowerment. When you are not grounded and when you are not in alpha state, your solar plexus chakra is out of balance. It's either wide open, contracted, blocked, front or back. Okay. And then of course, if that is out of balance, then your other system's also out of balance. So here's the thing. Our solar plexus is the center of emotional mastery. It is also the center of anger. Majority of trauma that we have in our lives, that we experience, is anytime you experience something that you are not sure how to respond to, this creates a disassociation. It creates a disconnection from your body. So what happens is that the human that is experiencing things, their frequency changes to the point where they are just not home. They don't want to be embodied. They want to be out of the body. So you cannot access alpha state in your brain if you are not in the body. Okay? So what we want to do is we want to work very closely with the solar plexus. And the solar plexus is deeply connected to your nervous system, the nervous system that runs from the brain all the way down to the body through the spine into this parasympathetic nervous system. So this parasympathetic nervous system is managing and intercommunicating with each one of your chakras. Okay? We call the solar plexus the triple burner here, okay? Because you have the root, the sacral, and the solar. You have your main life force energies in the first three chakras are the ones that are managing how you move your energy. Your toroidal system should be spinning fluidly at all times. What does that mean? That you are moving your energy through yang and yin energy. Open, close, receiving and releasing. The moment you stop receiving, or the moment you stop releasing, this is where the human has complications. This is where the human has a lot of problems, whether it's confusion, whether it's pain in the body. Oh my goodness, where are we? So this is what essentially is needing to be understood. The other thing about this ebb and flow that we're talking about, when we say ebb and flow, what are we talking about? Being in this yin and yang, in this absorbing and release of life force. Every time that you are releasing energy, you are allowing yourself to clear the past. Every time you are receiving energy, you are bringing yourself into the 0 point, into the now moment. So that's another important element. We can only be in harmonic order with the universe when we learn how to be in a constant state of receiving and giving with everything. So I'll share with you what has helped me in this process is that as soon as I wake up in the morning, as I breathe consciously into the body, I am absorbing the life force. And remember, every breath that you take, air is pure life force, air that is so light that you cannot even touch, that is around you. It's swirling, creating energy patterns through your body as a result of your body. We forget so much that this is the center of co-creation. Okay, so in the morning when you wake up and you are releasing life force from the body, everything that you've pent up over the night, everywhere that you have traveled multidimensionally at night, because each one of your chakra systems, every chakra body is a toroidal field that is oscillating at different frequencies. And there are certain frequencies that your body makes combined that allows it to leave the body into higher dimensions. Okay, so every time that you are working with cleaning your energy chakra bodies, you can travel into higher dimensions each time. Why do we want that? We want that because this is how you expand your perception into cosmic consciousness. This is how you expand your perception into unity consciousness. This is how you assist your body in moving out of myopic perceptions of energy, of life force that is depleting. But in order to do that, we have to open up these toroidal energy systems. Okay, so to come into harmony, we talk so much about coming into harmonic order. What does that even mean to come into harmonic order? That we're just going to spend a lot of time in nature and we're there? No. To come into harmonic order is to intentionally and consciously be in this ebb and flow movement of the universe. The ebb and flow movement of having this energy expanding and contracting at every time. Every single chakra body is the pathway. This is showing the pathway of energy here, how this works. Okay? There's an outreach of energy and an inreach of energy. So majority of you, when I tap into your bodies, and we just had an energy healing clinic earlier this week, you guys are barely breathing. They talk about shallow breathing, right? Shallow breathing, when you're in survival, you're not even focused on your body. You're not even in your body. You're not even breathing fully. So this is the greatest and closest and fastest way to get to death. We do not breathe and we're not in harmony with these systems of expansion, contraction, ebb and flow. This is what it means to be in ebb and flow. Why is this important? In the same way that you are working on clearing each one of these chakra bodies so that you can enter into the dimensional layer frequencies of your body. Okay, so every single chakra is connected to a different planet of the solar system. Okay, the 13 main bodies from the first chakra to the 13th chakra, they are all connected to the 13 planets of this system. Yes, there are 13 planets of this system. And as we go into higher octaves as a human race, we're going to discover more planets of this system. But right now, we're still going from 13 and we're entering 24. Okay, so hold on. So that's different than the planetary system. So let's talk about what is available to us at this time. At minimum, we should be aware and working with the 13 bodies, energy bodies. We want to clean the energy bodies on a daily basis, and we want to learn how to control them. What does that mean? To become aware of whether they are contracted or expanded, tilted, out of the body, holes in the energetic field. Because each one of these chakra bodies is in communication with the parasympathetic nervous system, with the organs in the body. Okay, remember these energy systems, everything is connected. There is no separation. Your organs are processing emotional data. So we're getting into the epigenetics. Okay, so if your environment is triggering certain emotions in you, your organs are processing certain chemicals in your body as well as frequencies. And so if the majority of the day you are in a constant state of fight or flight, and you're creating cortisol or all kinds of other chemicals in the body that are producing inflammation and stress, inflammation is blocked energy. Okay, and the foundation of all illness is inflammation. And the foundation of all inflammation is stress. Stress is the inability to manage any kind of experience in the present moment. You are in resistance to any experience that's happening in the present moment. Okay, so it's super important that when we are working with this, we are aware of how these energy systems are actually really working. Because if we are not, if we're not aware of how these systems interconnect and are working, you know, we're going to just find ourselves constantly forgetting ourselves every moment of the day. So you are the universe, and your job is to be in constant state of yin and yang, absorbing and releasing everything, absorbing and releasing air, oxygen consciously, absorbing and releasing emotions, absorbing and releasing pain, suffering, stress, absorbing and releasing experiences, absorbing and releasing the past. Why? Because the past cannot exist in this constant ebb and flow of energy. It biochemically, bioelectrically, mentally, psychologically, and physically cannot exist in the present moment. Why? Because when you're releasing, you're in the past, because you're aware of what you're letting go. When you're absorbing, to absorb life force, to keep this energy circulating in the body, the moment you absorb, you have brought all of your system to the present moment. Your entire energy system comes in harmonic order. And that harmonic order essentially is aligning. Your brain comes into alpha state, which is the state of observation. So we continuously train the body to come into this alpha state every moment of our day. And what that allows you to do is it allows you to begin to prepare yourself for when you come into your next dream state. Okay. The body that is in alpha state, in a state of relaxation, will have a nice, calm, regulated nervous system. A calm, regulated nervous system means open energy pathways, which means open meridian lines. This is the key to creation. So if you want to come into manifestation, our body in the 0 point, the time we become most conductive in the body is when we are in this alpha state 0 point. Okay. And we only go up from here. Okay. So baseline is alpha state. And throughout the rest of your day, we're obviously fluctuating through many different brain states all the time. Every moment we're fluctuating. But we want the baseline to be this ebb and flow in this harmonic order. Okay. And so psychologically, harmonic order is to be able to be in a constant state of regeneration. Okay, so we're releasing and constantly receiving in the moment. And this is psychologically, let's take a look at feminine and masculine energies, because Releasing is the masculine, receiving is the feminine. So emotionally, what are the qualities of emotion when we come into the balancing of these ebb and flow energies? In the natural feminine, we are able to tap into unconditional love. Okay, let's do an overview. So in feminine energy, we are talking about being receptive. Okay, that's at the foundation of your intuition. Contractive. Okay, everything is in the womb. Intuitive. Everything is inward. Okay. Masculine, which is projective, what you are projecting. It's the activity, the action, giving, the expansiveness, the outward direction of your energy, intention, and co-creation. So psychologically, we are looking at those qualities and what happens to the human that comes into a state of this 0 point in an alpha state, in this universal ebb and flow, is that we can observe stillness. We discover observation through stillness. We come into flow. We can work with our energy intentionally expanding or contracting it. We have sensitivity. And this is the part where people start to panic, right? Sensitivity. Oh my gosh, I don't want to feel anything. Too much feeling. So the key to the next few years is for you to become highly, highly sensitive and learn how to master that sensitivity. Learn to master your non-judgmental observation of your sensitivity, because we are becoming more sensitive. That's why things are feeling so heightened right now. They're feeling overwhelming for some people that don't know how to ground themselves in their body and come into that observer state. Okay, so anytime you come into victim mindset, feel that you lose control or you have no power or you cannot change or control or move things, control is an absolute illusion. The only thing you can control is yourself, your body. You can control your body, and we haven't even been taught that. The world, this matrix teaches you have no control over your body. Your body has a mind of its own. It does its own thing. It's following its own processes. Okay? So we have to break these old conceptions. And one of the elements of the emerging and healing of the feminine is that we become deeply connected to the body. We learn how to activate a medical intuition with ourselves. Medical or organic intuition with the human body. That you are deeply connected to your organs, you're connected to the blood flow in your body, you're connected to the cells. You are moving light. To be connected to the organs in your body is to be connected and to master the movement of light and life force, right? Life force is light. So from that perception, the mastery then is about your intention. Now that you're connected and you're aware of your physical body, now that you are connected to the physical body, you are able to come into that intentional creation. I don't know how to turn that off. So if that happens again, please ignore that because my phone is on mute. Okay. And so what happens when we have this deep connection to the body? All of a sudden, you have a deep connection to everything. You have a deep connection to the solar system. You have a deep connection to planet Earth, number one. Okay? You have a deep connection to nature, natural order, natural systems, natural laws. You have a deep connection to the universe, the solar system, and how the solar system functions. Okay? You have a connection to the universe. So you begin to remember your starseed lineages. You understand higher civilizations, higher models of civilization. Okay? So from here, we tap into the true creative power of the human. Your first assignment as a creator is to create your body, to create your connection to yourself, to bring yourself into harmonic order. Health is the first. Okay, health mind, healthy thoughts, and health equals pure creation. So that you are creating with your emotions intentionally, you're creating with your mind, you're creating with your body, right? Mothers and fathers that are bringing children into this world, high vibrational children into this world, are doing so in a state of very conscious co-creation, unconditionally love, that have really tapped into the frequency of love. And everything I'm talking about now is the definition of love. That's what love actually is. Love is conscious co-creation. Love is harmonic order. Love is being alignment with your intention and the universal laws. And so let's look at the masculine. Masculine is clarity. Okay? So there's so much confusion in the world right now. So much confusion in the world right now. So as we heal the masculine into the divine masculine, the wounded masculine is confusion, right? The wounded feminine is manipulation. Anytime truth is distorted or inverted, anytime we play with truth in order to get what we want or to try to only, benefit us, you're playing the game of this parasitic system. Okay. Anytime that we are not aware of our boundaries and we cannot keep healthy boundaries. So the masculine is all about boundaries. But what is boundaries? Boundaries is such a common word, but very few people really understand what that means. You are one with everything. You are everything. But you need to be in complete control of this body. If you're not in control of your thoughts, if you're not in control of your emotions, you cannot have boundaries. Because you don't understand where you begin or you end. That's the problem. That's why people don't have boundaries. You have to know who you are, as they say in that quote, know who you are or the world will tell you. It will define you for you. And that's what we are in this system. We are defined by the system. Not just psychologically, not just in our personalities, these little fake things that we have called personalities, right? Personalities, the masks that we wear in order to face the world, but deep subconsciously. Oh, you're born in this part of the world? Okay, well, this is your narrative. This is who you are. This is what you're doing. This is how you should feel about yourself. This is how you should navigate the world. And the same, so on and so forth. So we have generations of these very primitive concepts of identity that we adopt for survival in a system that is distorted to begin with, that is the inversion of natural order to begin with. Even our history, our world history has been distorted. We are not what has been written in history books or is said by biology. We are not. We are interdimensional beings, that we are hybrid. We are a hybrid race of consciousness, of many different species of this entire multiverse. And we are timeless. We are infinite beings of infinite potential. So we have to re-educate the human race to remove these old narratives and come into this new understanding of what you are. Because if you don't have this foundation in the real truth of what you are, you're going to get confused in the future. Because now we have a third energy coming in, which is the artificial intelligence, right? And so AI is fantastic as a tool for those that have harmonic order very clear. How can we use this information, this technology, to build humanity, to support humanity in a way that is co-creative, that is in harmony with nature? And as I mentioned many times, artificial intelligence is not new on this planet or any anywhere in the universe. It is a very old thing, very ancient thing. And it reemerges every so often. When the human is about to enter into higher octaves of frequency, there is always a third, especially in this dimension, because we are operating by the law of three. Okay. So as matter is dissolving, because everything is becoming more and more light, more non-physical, to the point where everything is more energy, more malleable. That's because of this universe is going through that cycle. The third is this intelligence, non-physical intelligence. So that will replace this concept of matter in the future. And so we are emerging from this most dense frequency into energy and then light. Same thing, energy is light. But we are moving through kind of like a chrysalis phase of a maturing, of understanding matter on a very deep level. So as we move forward, it's very important that we understand these laws. And so to truly embody these laws, you want to recognize ebb and flow. You want to understand what it means like. You want to understand and embody that on a daily basis. So here it is, as we embody discipline. Okay, discipline, right? This is what we're disciplining ourselves. Some people in the spiritual community these days, we think of spirituality as just this flowy thing, or, there's nothing to do. But in reality, this natural order does require very grounded discipline. We have to have order in our lives, in the way that we process things. Okay. And believe it or not, the more that we come into this discipline that is in harmony with this natural systems, there's freedom. That's the thing. We have been groomed to believe that discipline means, limitations, but it doesn't. It means the forming, it means creation. It's intentional creation. You are forming yourself like a piece of clay. You are molding your energy, molding your body as you refine your expression, your energetic expression of creation. Okay. And ultimately in the body, as we learn how to release these pent up and blocked energy systems of emotions, we become more compassionate, right? So the higher octave of the feminine and masculine, the divine feminine and masculine, is divine nurturing, nourishment for the body. And because you're light, your nourishment comes from pure energy, which is abundantly around you. Your medicine is everywhere. It is the air you breathe, it's the food you're eating. Why? Because it's not about the external things, it's about your intention, your connection to those things. You can turn some simple piece of something into a medicine for you if you learn how to work with your intention and your energy. But this requires, again, a deep understanding, a deep reconnection of your body. Every single one of the organs in the body is speaking a language of frequency. It's creating a sound. If you would enter into a higher gamma state of consciousness and you begin to hear the sounds of life, boy, it would be overwhelming. Your body is making millions of sounds, frequencies with every movement, every inflection of light that is moving through the body. That is all encoded and memorized in the DNA. Okay, so the reprogramming, deprogramming, and reprogramming of DNA all has to do with how you are working with light in the body. So when we talk about blockages, this is why cleaning the energy body is so important. It's at the foundation of energetic hygiene, daily energetic hygiene. It's at the foundation of how we are moving through our lives. So I want you to tune into your physical body. If you've got a ton of blockages in your energy body, if you cannot imagine your energy body, if you cannot visualize certain parts of your body, that is a clear indication to you that part is super unconscious. That part is super blocked. That part has attachments, cords, tears. Your energy is leaking from the parts of your body that you cannot tap into. That is a fact. As a psychic, intuitive reader, seer, and working with hundreds of people over the years and training them to see their energy body, this is exactly how the body functions. So if you cannot see or visualize any part of your body 360 degrees around you, this is where you got to start paying attention and return to your body and start to master and work with those parts, cleaning up those blockages. Okay, so whatever blockages are there that you start feeling and sensing, causing pain, stagnation, blocked energy, remove them. You got to remove them out. And you have two exit ways: down to the center of the earth, or down to the center of the earth, or up into source. Everything is the same. Everything is source, by the way. And when I say source, everything is unconditional love. You are transmuting a limiting belief system. This belief system is, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough. Okay, or I'm afraid, I'm fearful, I'm not safe. You are transmuting it into love. Love is the 0 point. Love is zero. It's non-judgmental observation. So that's how you alchemize it. And so you will intuitively know that it's going to move easily down this way, or it's going to go up here. When we run energy, we are bringing green earth energy into the bottom and gold life force into the top, clearing the body. 10% goes back down to the center of the earth, 80% goes up outside, and 10% final goes into the body to clean this up. Okay, so we're working with the 3 dimensions of the body: the energy body, the matrix, the external matrix, and the physical body. So that's what we're going to do in the body, and we're going to clear these blockages out. Cords can look, most attachments and thought forms, they can have tentacles, they can have threads, they can have strings, they can have little arms, like, sometimes they're very stringy and they stick to many different kinds of organs. Why? Because our thoughts are complex. And it can be that as a child, the first time you felt rejected, your stomach started to hurt. So that's the first point of conception of that energy blockage. So it's going to show up there first. But then it can be that later you processed, or you resisted it, you suppressed it more into the subconscious mind, and now it affects your heart. It's affected all your relationships in your life. So now you're going to find 2 blockages in the solar plexus and the heart. Okay, so the cords of those thought forms are going to be connected to both of that. Okay, it's going to be connected to both. So what you're doing in your meditation is you are reading your energy body and you're uncovering and peeling those layers. That's how you essentially heal the body. You heal it physically, mentally, emotionally, and energetically. Okay, and then that regulates biochemically and your nervous system. Okay, and as a result, energetically, you're able to, again, be in this harmonic flow of the universe, opening up the blocks of energy so that you can come back into this yin-yang receiving and releasing of energy. Now, every single one of the chakras is a planetary system. So if you are sensitive, and more people are becoming sensitive to cosmic shifts of this world, right now we have this huge new visitor in our solar system, and that's a very tremendous significance because it marks the beginning of a new era for the human race. We are becoming multidimensional inside out. And so we're going to have a hyper jump of consciousness for humanity coming up. And there are many little souls of higher consciousness that are going to be coming into the earth. Okay, there's an influx of this new consciousness that's going to take over the earth. So if you're still holding on to old systems in any way, it's going to be tough. Okay, so let's get into the meditation, guys, and we'll jump into it. Let me come over here. Kevin. Hi, Kevin. Thank you so much for that wiki. Yep. Very good. Kevin is sharing information about the 3-Eye Atlas. And yeah, let me see over here. Is this the link for the actual event? Kevin. No. Hi, Kevin. Oops. Okay. So yeah, I'll share the link to join us on Wednesday. We'll be talking about this and we'll go deeper into that. All right. Let's jump into the meditation and then I'm going to go in for questions. If you have any questions, please put them in capital letters and I will answer them there. All right. Let's go ahead and start. Inhale deeply and exhale. Bring yourself back into the body. Breathing deeply. Allow yourself to relax all the muscles in your body. Bring your attention to your body. Take your attention to everything around your body. Just observing. Take your attention to your energy field. Go ahead and visualize a sphere around your body. You are at the center of that sphere. Allow yourself to ensure there are no openings in your bubble around you. Connect yourself down to the center of the earth. Close the first chakra, shrink it down to the size of a dime. Shrink the second chakra down to the size of a dime. Shrink the third chakra down to the size of a dime. Breathing. And expand your heart. Expand your throat. Expand your third eye. And from the center of the earth, go ahead and pull up like straws, as if your 2 feet are straws absorbing from the earth, the green earth energy, up into your solar plexus, creating a vortex of energy around your body. From source, you're going to pull down a powerful wave of cosmic energy coming down from the crown of the head, down the spine, combining with the green earth energy. Go ahead and take 10% of that back down to the center of the earth. Anchor yourself nice and strong. Connect down to the center of the earth. This is going to be your channel of elimination. Everything that needs to leave the body is going to go down this way. The earth functions like a recycling mechanism. We're going to take 80% of that up your spine and from the crown of your head, coating the outside of your body. Visualize that green and gold energy coating the outside of your body. And take that final 10% of green and gold, and you're going to absorb it into the body now, into the pores, the flesh, the muscles, the bones, down to the cells of the body. Okay, let's go deeper. Go ahead and take a look at the root chakra. I want you to see your whole root chakra body around you. Even if it's shrunken down, you can still see the quality of your root chakra body all around you. Just notice if there are any dark spots, any spots that are hard to imagine, that's where you have blockages. And you're going to open it up. Remove all the blockages that are there, feel into it. Notice if you feel like a dark shadow or just heavy energy, or maybe it's warm, maybe it's cold. Take a look at that part of your body that's hard to imagine. You clearly see the difference that usually the front of the body, the bubble in front of you, it's easy to visualize that. When you start getting to the back, it becomes harder and harder. This is where you have lots of accumulated thought forms, trauma, programs, suppression, resistance, denial, whatever it is that you're holding on to. It's here organized by frequency in your root chakra. Go ahead and clear out whatever you need to clear out. Remove all those blockages out. Very good. Let's go on to the second chakra. Take a look at your second chakra body. Take a look. You see everywhere around you, 360 all around you. Wherever it's difficult for you to see it, I want you to clear out all those blockages out. You'll see that when you remove the blockages, you can actually see the back of the bubble and you can actually close it, you can seal it shut. Let's go into the third chakra, the solar plexus. With all of these solar flares and sun movements, we're getting a lot of these blockages in these lower bodies are really getting heightened. They're getting triggered. Go up into your heart chakra. You're going to expand your heart chakra, opening the center of coherence, front and back. And go ahead and clear your heart chakra. Very good. Let's go up into the throat chakra now. Expand your throat chakra, clear it out. Let's go up into the third eye chakra. Go ahead and expand your third eye chakra, clear it out. Let's go ahead and go up into the crown. Expand your crown. You're going to fill in your creative color. What is the color of your higher self? The color of your pure creation. This color is so important, so valuable, so meaningful. Color vibrational frequency of your higher self is basically the higher octave self, one that has transcended all the limitations that you have in your life right now. And when you hold that frequency, intentionally and consciously, you quickly move through all those karmic blockages that you are fighting through unconsciously at this time. You help yourself by anchoring in frequencies of a higher perception, a broader perception, allowing the higher self to be embodied and very participating in every part of your choices, your creations, your actions. So we're going to align our higher self with our career, our family relationships. May they be handled from the higher self. Our intimate relationships, husbands, wives, children. Your health, vitality. Abundance. Your money energy. Sexual energy, your primordial life force. And your purpose. What are you here to do? So I want you to sit for a moment, expanding your crown chakra all around you. It's not a flat disc, it's a sphere, remember. Take a moment to breathe a few breaths here, integrating your higher self into your body. Let's go ahead and allow ourselves to go up into the 7th and the 8th chakra now. The relationship with Source. Go ahead and clear that energy body. Also remember that your crown chakra is the DNA of the earth and your ancestral lineage. Okay, go ahead and go up into the 9th, your relationship with the multiverse, this entire higher construct outside of the matrix. I'm going to go into your 12th chakra body, clearing out all the blockages that you have with any higher intelligences, parasites in the etheric realms, anything that you may have brought into the body in your dream state unconsciously. Clear it out. Cut cords, call your energy back into the body. Very good. So let's go ahead and clear the energy body from any attachments to the earth plane. I want you to see all the people that you've been in contact with in the week, and you're just going to shine your light on top of that, and you're going to cut cords, calling back your life force into your body as it returns like gold energy. And the cords that you cut on their end, you're going to cut them on your end or pull them out of your body, and you're going to direct them to Source. They're connecting to Source now. Anyone that you've been in conflict with or challenged or triggered by, make sure you include all the people, even strangers that you don't even know, that may have triggered you. You might see them now very clearly. Very good. You're going to go ahead and see the karmic contracts in a room, all of your agreements that you've made coming into this life as a soul to experience your challenges. Go ahead and see that room. It can be as big or small as you see it, filled with all the agreements with all the people in your life, every single human you've been with, connected with, interacted with, that you've had an agreement with, conscious or unconscious. Go ahead and remove all of those agreements from that room, utilizing your crown chakra as a laser. As you finish up clearing that room, you're going to fill the room with your crown color, the creative color. You're going to see another room where you have all the people that don't have your best interest. Allow yourself to shine your light on them. It's what we might call enemies. Enemies, we have very powerful contractual agreements with enemies, quote unquote enemies, that help us grow. But we want to learn these very invaluable lessons that they teach us. We want to learn them through compassion and consciousness. So go ahead and imagine removing those shadows. We want to learn all these lessons, but we're going to do it in a compassionate, mindful, aware way. Very good. Go ahead and clear your space. And I want you to start to come back to working with opening your root chakra back into balanced state. Opening it front and back. Your sacral, your solar, your heart chakra, you're going to close just a little bit. Your throat just a little bit, your third eye just a little bit. You're going to keep your crown nice and wide open because we want that higher self to make up the majority of this energy that is your body. And go ahead and ground yourself down to the center of the earth. And you're going to illuminate the chakras underneath your feet. 1, chakra 2, chakra 3, chakra 4, and 5 underneath your feet. So you're grounding down to the center of the earth and the axis of creation through this field of consciousness from which we emerge. I want you to allow yourself to connect your higher chakras now all the way up to the 24th. And connect up to source and feel that beautiful energy of source moving through your body. As you allow that energy to pass through your heart, expanding your heart, breathing down through the perineum, down to the center of the earth. As you anchor yourself, you see that pillar of white light down into the center of your body, maintaining absolute health, harmony with the 0 point. Coming into harmonic order. And go ahead and open your eyes. And as you open your eyes, allow yourself to come back into the room. Okay, welcome back. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. It was a joy and an honor to work with you. And I hope that this meditation today helped you and helped support your journey this week and forever. This meditation is super important, and this kind of energy work is something that I really strongly suggest to do on a daily basis. Okay, this is the basic meditations I do on a daily basis, and then I go into deeper shadow work after that. But this is the basic energy work. And if you can learn how to make this a habit, I guarantee that your life will transform very quickly. Because when you work with karmic contracts on a daily basis, you're kind of moving, it's kind of like a fast track in how you are aligning yourself back into harmonic order. Okay. And I say that with caution because I don't like to use the concept that it's a fast track or a quick fix, because there's a lot more that goes into it. But it will definitely bring you into harmonic order quicker than any other practice energetically. Okay. All right, guys, it was an honor and a joy to work with you. Let me come into the comment section, see if you guys have any questions. Thank you. Love you. Will this recording be available? Yeah, it's just live on my YouTube channel. You guys can welcome to grab it. Jason Adams, so great to see you. Let me see your message. I want to thank you so much for the session we had earlier this week and let you know that I'm not now able to remember my dreams with your suggestion that I clear higher level chakra bodies and cutting cords. They're not just the lower ones, since I have strong Andromedan connection. Wow. Connecting with higher dimensional beings, but I'm now remembering the dreams and discovering that I pilot large Andromedan battleship. And I'm doing profound work on clearing up a lot of negative energies. Wow. Thank you so much, Geraldine. Thank you, Jason. I'm so proud of you. That's amazing. And I really hope that this pulls you deeper into your purpose that I know you're here to do. So everyone, thank you so much. It is such a joy to see you guys expanding, propelling, doing better. And it's an honor. So thank you, Philip St. John. Thank you so much for being here. Nicholas Gabel, Jevel, I wonder if I said that right. Witnessed another dimension. That's amazing. Love and light. Thank you. Thirsty. Thank you. UFOs. Yay. Lydia, lots of deep exhales. Very good. That's release. Northern Light Star. Thank you. That was great. Thank you so much. Lydia, thank you. Meditation. Thank you so much. Vision invasion. That's beautiful. Zoltan, Brave Seal, everyone, so many of you in the chat. Thank you so much. And thank you for your super chats too. You guys help me so much. I'm so grateful to you. And I will see you soon. Bye. Oh, let me put the link for that. I'm going to put it in the show notes below. So as soon as I process this, you guys can see it there on the YouTube. All right. Okay. Have a great week. Bye.